In year 1088 Shinko was the first to describe the magnetic needle compass, which would be used in navigation. Shin also discovered the concept of true north. Sir William Thomas, inventor of the modern mariner's compass, patents 1886 to 1907. Kelvin magnetic compass. Compass binnacle. The compass on ships is often mounted in a binnacle, which is a stand or housing. Its delightful name binnacle derives from Latin habitaculum, meaning little dwelling place. This little house helps to protect the delicate compass from the elements. Made of non-ferrous material. Wood. Fiberglass. Magnetic compass correctors in a binnacle. Compass bowl. Mounted on gimbal. Flinders bar. Port quadrantal corrector. Starboard quadrantal corrector. Clinometer. Healing error bucket. Access door. Port locker. Athwartship's magnet. Fore and aft magnets. Starboard locker. Artworth ship's magnet. Fore and aft magnets. Compass bowl is the part of the magnetic compass in which the compass card is fitted. Then there is liquid filled inside the compass bowl, in wet compass card, which reduces any friction effects while the ship is moving. The compass bowl is fitted on the gimbal arrangement. The ring is called the gimbal ring. The gimbals are triangular in cross-section with their apex downwards. And the gimbals rest on V-shaped depressions in a horizontal ring called the gimbal's ring, which encircles the compass bowl. 1. Compass bowl. 2. Balancing ring. 3. Verge glass. 4. Corrugated ring. 5. Bottom glass. 6. Pivot. 7. Compass card. 8. Magnet. 9. Lubber line. 10. Jewel cap. 11. Float. An inclinometer, or clinometer, is an instrument used for measuring angles of slope, or tilt, or elevation of an object with respect to gravity's direction. It used aboard a ship to measure the list when loading cargo and fuel. A flinders bar is a vertical soft iron bar placed in a tube on the foreside of a compass binnacle. The flinders bar is used to counteract the vertical magnetism inherent within a ship and is usually calibrated as part of the process known as swinging the compass, where deviations caused by this inherent magnetism are negated by the use of horizontal, or quadrantal, correctors. The housing. Airtight bowl. Filled with water and alcohol. 2 parts alcohol and 1 part water. Properties of wet card. Liquid dampens. Movement of the card. Movement of the bowl. Ship's vibration made as light as possible. Design gives best mechanical advantage. Weight distributed to edges of card. Care and maintenance. Care and maintenance of the wet card and its binnacle are practically same as the dry card with minor differences. A ship does not carry a spare wet compass card for replacement in the event of stickiness of the card, but instead, an entire bowl is carried as spare. Occasionally, an air bubble may develop in the wet compass bowl. This must be removed at the earliest opportunity. How to remove the bubble? Follow the manufacturer's instructions. In most compasses, the bubble can be removed as stated below. Tilt the bowl unit. The filler hole on the side of the bowl comes uppermost. Unscrew the stud fitted on the hole. Top up with ethyl alcohol and / or distilled water using a dropper. Refit the stud in the hole. Gently return the bowl to the upright position. Pivot point. Made of iridium. Rides on a jewel cap. Float minimizes weight. Near frictionless. Iridium. Silvery white colored metal. Very hard and very brittle. Most corrosion resistant metal known. Not attacked by acids, is attacked by NaCl, sodium chloride, at high temperature. Densest material known. A compass is a simple magnetic bar suspended in fluid. The floating card assembly has a hardened steel pivot in its center that rides inside a special, spring-loaded, hard glass jewel cup.
What we have here is the compass ball, which is on a gimbal arrangement. This gimbal arrangement allows the compass binnacle to move along with the ship's movement at sea and still allow us to take steady bearings of objects. Inside the compass ball that you see is the compass card. The compass card is resting on the float arrangement, the float and the jeweled cap and the pivot arrangement. Under the float, the jeweled cap and the pivot arrangement is there. Then we have the compass binnacle itself, of course. The compass binnacle has a registration number, a patent number, along with the maker's details. It also has a light switch here, dimmer switch here, that allows us to take bearings at night. Then we have the compass correctors. So we have the red and the green ball here, which are the quadrantal correctors, also known as Kelvin's balls. And the thing that you have to note here is that these can be moved on a groove. This is a groove here, and the balls can be moved on a groove. So depending on how much of the compass you need to adjust it, the closer you move it to the compass ball here, then the more will be the impact. Of course, these are soft iron spheres. The impact is not very significant, but still you can see that they are allowed to move on a groove here, and you can take them closer or move them further apart on the groove. Then you also have the here in the bracket here. You can actually there's a covering here normally, but the covering is now not there. But what is inside the covering may be very dark for you right now, but let me take it out and show you what is there here. So what you see here is the healing error bucket. So there is a bucket and chain arrangement here, and I'll show you what I mean here very soon. So you see here that there is a bucket and chain arrangement here. This is the healing error bucket. This is used to correct the healing error of the magnetic compass. And what you see is the what you call is the bucket here. You can see there are some holes in this bucket. And in these holes you can put the compass needle. Now normally you start with the hole in the center, and then you put the other correctors diagonally opposite to each other. Now of course, depending on whether you want to correct the red element or the blue element, that is the element that goes into the bucket and the other element sticks out. Alright, so you can see that there are about 7 holes here, and normally the center one goes in first, and then you fill, or rather you put them diagonally opposite to each other, and this is used to correct the healing error magnetism of the magnetic compass. So this goes into a hole. There's a bucket and chain arrangement here. You can see that's a bucket and this is the chain that I'm talking about. The next we have are the longitudinal and the athwartship correctors. So you can see that magnetic needles here can be put in the athwartship or in the longitudinal positions, either or. And what you see here is there are a number of holes here, and they are numbered actually. They are numbered. In this one it's numbered from 1 to 10, 1 at the bottom and 10 all the way going to the top. Now what you have to remember here, or what you have to note here, is the further below you put this needle in the hole, the less is the impact. If you want more adjustment or more correction, the higher you put up, the more will be the impact on the compass adjustment. Alright, of course depends also on the thickness of the needle. These needles are pretty thick, but depends on the thickness of the needle as well, how thin they are, and what is the strength of each of these. But these are the athwartship and longitudinal correctors. So fore and aft and port and starboard athwartship correctors. Alright, apart from that you also have the Flinders bar. So what you see here is the Flinders bar. Now the Flinders bar, if I take it off gently, I can show you that the Flinders bar comprises of, you can see, magnets of differing lengths. Alright, now it's going to fall for sure once I take it out, but still I want to show you here that these are bars, iron bars of differing lengths. These are actually correctors of the Flinders bar. So you can have them designed in different lengths and shapes and sizes, and depending on how much adjustment you have to do, you can put them accordingly. Some of it you can even leave empty. You don't have to fill up the whole bar here. You don't have to fill up the whole bar. You can leave some of it empty. But as you can see, these are bars of differing lengths. This is one bar, and then there's another bar here. And sometimes if you don't need to use all the bars, you can use pieces of wood like this and fill it up, because wood will have no impact on the magnetic compass. So you don't have to fill up the bar every time, but you can do that if the compass requires it to be done. Alright, other things that I want to show you here is that the compass bowl has a liquid arrangement. Now most of the compasses these days are wet card compasses, which means it has a liquid or alcohol to water mixture. So alcohol to water in the ratio of 2:1 mixture is put inside. You can use a syringe like this to put in the mixture into the compass bowl. You have to make sure there are no bubbles here. Now of course on the sides of the compass there are arrangements provided that you can use to fill in the bowl, but make sure there are no bubbles in there. Alright, I don't think there are any other characters left for me to show, and this is pretty much the parts of the magnetic compass. So in case I didn't show you, so you can see here is the longitudinal and athwartship, so port and starboard, and there is another one here. So if I'm saying port and starboard, there has to be a port and starboard side. So there are two sets of these arrangements. So longitudinal characters and athwartship characters here, longitudinal and athwartship characters here as well. So one is longitudinal and the other one is port and starboard athwartship characters. So two sets of these, and I think that's pretty much it. Let me know if I missed something.
Tungkol sa magnetic compass. So, titingnan natin kung may bubbles yung ating magnetic compass, yung sa taas natin sa bridge, tsaka pati na rin yung nasa spare natin. So, ito ay makikita sa taas ng bridge po. So, buksan natin yung canvas. Yun, tingnan muna natin yung paligid. Nasa angkorahe po kami, kaya ito ay medyo maganda ang panahon, mainit, tsaka blue yung tubig, no? So, yan po yung magnetic compass natin sa taas ng bridge. So, sa mga bago po, sa mga kaibigan natin dyan, mga kabaro, paki-subscribe na rin po sa channel na ito para sa ating mga susunod na mga videos and updates. Paki-pindutin rin po ng notification bell para maging updated kayo palagi sa aking mga videos. So, titingnan natin, walang bubbles. Walang bubbles. Clear. Ito po yung ilaw niya. Pagka nabasted, palitan nyo na lang po yan. Meron po tayong mga specification kung anong watts yan. Meron din po yan sa loob na ilaw. So, hindi ko napakita eh. Okay na. Clear naman. Okay naman yung ilaw natin. Okay naman yung bubbles natin. So, sarado natin ito. Dalawang tornilyo ito. Ito, isang tornilyo sa kabila. Make sure lang na tamang higpit lang siya. Tapos, dito sa kabila, sa bandang proa banda. Yan po siya. Takpan na natin. Ito po yung spare natin na magnetic compass. Sa loob po ito ng bridge. Ito po ay spare natin. Dalawa po yung magnetic compass natin. Yung sa taas at saka yung itong spare natin sa loob. So, tingnan natin kung may bubbles. So, guys, may nakita tayong bubbles. Nakita nyo yan. Yung maliit na ito. Yan. May maliit siya na bubbles. So, ilalagay natin yan doon sa may butas na yun. Nakita mo yung butas na yun sa baba. Yan o, bubbles. Yan. Maliit lang yan siya. Yan. Tapos, ipasok natin yan siya doon sa maliit na yun, na parang butas na yun. Bubuksan natin itong tornilyo dito. Yan, ang tornilyo. Gamitin lang po yung flat na screwdriver. Yan. So, medyo maliwanag po guys. Ito po yung ginagamit natin na syringe pang inject po ng solution. So, may kanya-kanya po siyang solution po. Depende po sa maker. Depende po sa model ng magnetic natin. So, ito po yung solution natin sa baso. Yan. Yan po yung laman niya. distilled water and alcohol po yan, pero may certain type of solution lang po siya. Ito po, take note lang po paggamit ng syringe na may hangin po yan. Yan. So make sure po na alam nyo kung paano siya gagamitin yung syringe na ito para hindi po siya, yan ang hangin na yan. Imbes na maglagay kayo ng solution, hangin yung napapasok mo. So, ang ginagawa ko, ganito ko na lang, upside down ko siya. Tapos, hindi ko siya inuubos. Yan, katulad yan. Hindi ko siya inuubos kasi pag may hangin pa natira yan o. Tingnan nyo, may hangin pa siya. So, kung ipupush mo ito sa loob ng magnet compass, so another bubbles na naman yun, magdadagdag yung bubbles natin. So, ito po yung gamit natin, flat screwdriver. Yung kahoy na po yan, lang po para mailagay lang natin yung magnetic compass. Parang stand lang po siya. So yan. Maganda po yung panahon, kaya kinaya ko naman ako lang mag-isa. So yan, makikita natin yung butas. Adjust ko muna. So, na-adjust ko lang yung stand niya at saka yung bubbles na dapat yung bubbles dun siya mismo tatapat sa maliit na butas na yan. Para pag open mo, medyo hindi nakakalat yung bubbles natin. Okay, na-set up ko na. So, i-ready na natin.
5 o'clock.
So, take note guys, kung medyo nahihirapan kayo or baguhan pa kayo mag-open ito, patulong kayo sa mga mga officer nyo, ibang kasama nyo, or kahit sa AB, para medyo may tagahawa kayo. So, kung di pa kayo naka-experience nito, subukan nyo naman, wala naman problema yan. Take note lang guys na pagbukas nyo nito ng tornilyo, may hangin na papasok. So, yung hangin na yan, magdaragdag ng bubbles yan. Kung maliit lang yung bubbles mo, titingnan yung lalaki titingnan nyo, lalaki yung bubbles. So, ibig sabihin, kung di nyo makokontrol yan, baka mas lalong lumaki yung bubbles. So, dapat dahan-dahan lang po yung pagpasok ng tubig. Kaya ko po ginagamit yung needle na yan kasi mas kontrolado ko po yung ng tubig. Kaysa yung isang buong malaki tapos isang bagsak mo siya, parang magbabasag yung bubbles niya eh. So, pinorward ko na lang. So, lagyan mo lang ng lagyan yan hanggang mag-aapaw siya, hanggang maubos yung bubbles na yan. So, i-overflow mo lang. Make sure na yung bubbles na yan ay andun sa may butas. I-fill up mo lang siya ng i-fill up hanggang maubos yung bubbles. So, iwasan lang na mabasag yung mga bubbles na yan kasi mahirap yan tanggalin pagka maliliit. So yan na finalize ko na yun. Natapos na. Ganun na siya kadali guys. Make sure lang na mahigpit yung pagkabalik nyo kasi baka ang iba kasi loose thread na. So tandaan lang na hindi siya tumutulo. Okay na okay yung pagka-fit niya. So andyan si Kapitan.